Hello and welcome to my review of Ellania and Ellathor Eclipsean War Sages for Lumineth Realm-Lords for Warhammer The Age of Sigmar from Games Workshop. Now, one of these sets of these two miniatures, in one, because they're joined, will cost you £34 and consists of 12 plastic components. The format of this review is as usual. I'll have a look at the miniatures up close, look at all the detail and draw attention to the parts I like and parts I dislike. Then I will go through size comparisons because I don't think I have any spare parts for them. Then after the size comparisons, I'll go through all of the rules found in my 3rd edition Lumineth Realm-Lords Battle Tome. So I've aptly named this Ellania, I guess, is the top miniature, top character, as the Owl Kicker. I think that is an owl there, but to me it just looks like she's about to kick it rather than she's kind of leaping off of this sundial halo with a giant cherry lollipop stick. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ellathor is a lovely model, but you can't, well, you can build Ellathor without Ellania, but it's a bit tricky because there'll be a bit of chunk off of his halo. But anyway, I'm going along on a tangent. Let's have a look at these two. So yes, Ellathor, you can't really see his face there. Bit sort of hidden, but lovely, lovely sword. Very nice. Nice armour as well. You know, on his own, he would have looked very, very cool along with your Blade Lords. But then Games Workshop have gone and they've, you know, popped on Ellania right there with this giant lollipop and, you know, about to kick this owl away. I don't know. That's what it just gives me, these vibes. I mean, she's all right, but I don't know, maybe she would look quite cool leaping off something on a different base. Maybe they could have done that rather than just like putting these two stack. Games Workshop have done this. They do this with Slaanesh as well. They sort of stack two minis on top of each other, and then it's like, well, you know, it's £34, please. But yeah, I like Ellathor, but Ellania I could probably leave without. I think from memory, very straightforward to put together. Literally just building this model and then popping her on the top. So yeah, that's Ellania and Ellathor. Let's get straight into these size comparisons then. So first thing, I want to just compare them to, because I say they're quite tall miniatures, both of them together, is just with a banner blade. Banner blade is, yeah, way taller than both of them combined. Just gives you an idea of how tall the banner blade is. Lyrior, the Warden, Lyrior right here is taller because of that spear. Head height wise they are taller though, just. And then compared to a normal Blade Lord, very similar sort of height there with a normal Blade Lord. And I might as well, because I've got him around Severeth, is a fair bit taller. Severeth is going to be one of the tallest models that you have. That's where Severeth stands. Compared to some 40k minis then, so we've got Primaris Space Marine, normal Space Marine and Slime Marbo. So standard Space Marine is a bit taller than Ellathor, I guess. And then a Primaris is under the halo though. And the Slime Marbo is similar height to Ellathor. But of course, you know, you've got two minis on top of each other there. So hope that helps. And then straight on to the rules section of this review. Ellania and Ellathor will cost you 260 points and the battlefield role is a leader. They are unique and the model can only be included as an ally in an army that has an order general. Now they can be included as an ally, but the general must be an order general. So quite pricey, 260 points. You know, 40 points more than the Light of Eltharion. more points than the Hurricane, Spirit of the Wind, and actually more points than Lyrior. So what are you getting for these points? Well, you're getting a movement speed of 6 inches, save of 3+, bravery of 8, and a whopping 8 wounds. Pretty decent. Ellania and Ellathor are named characters that are a single model. They are armed with the blade Alteri and the staff Dianea. Companion, Ellania and Ellathor are accompanied by the Loon Owl, Athene, who attacks with her moonbright talons. So, weapons-wise then, Alteri is a melee weapon. It's a range of 1 inch, 4 attacks, 2+ to hit, 3+ to wound, rend of -2, and damage, see below. So Tyrion gifted Ellathor with an enchanted blade of awesome power. The damage characteristic of Alteri is equal to the number of the current battle round. It's interesting. So it will cause more damage further battle rounds you go. In addition, once per battle in your shooting phase, you can declare that Ellathor will unleash a blazing sunbolt. If you do so, pick 1 point on the battlefield within 12 inches of this model that is visible to it and draw an imaginary straight line 1 millimeter wide between that point and the closest point on this model's base. Roll a dice for each unit that has any models passed across this line. On a 2+, that unit suffers a number of mortal wounds equal to the number of the current battle round. Wow. That's pretty good. You know, although it's short range, 12 inches, you're getting 2+ for each unit, and you're having a number of mortal wounds, So towards the end, if Ellathor is closer, you're going to cause more and more mortal wounds. Dianea. It's also a melee weapon, range of 1 inch. It's only 2 attacks. It's 3+ to hit, 3+ to wound, rend -1, and damage D3. Okay, it is what it is. Moonbright Talons, though, which is what the owl has. It's a range of 1 inch, 2 attacks, 3+ to hit, 3+ to wound, rend of -1, and damage 1. Okay, that's all right. And technically, the owl is potentially doing similar damage than that lollipop. Abilities. Aspect of Selenar. Add 1 to casting, dispelling, and unbinding rolls for this model. Realm Wanderers. This model can be included as an ally in armies that have an order general. In addition, if this model is within 3 inches of your general at the start of your hero phase, roll a dice. On a 4+, you receive 1 extra command point. However, this model can never be a general. Sudden Translocation. At the end of the combat phase, roll a dice. If this model fought in that phase, if the roll is less than the number of the current battle round or less than the number of wounds allocated to this model, heal up to D6 wounds allocated to this model and remove it from the battlefield. Then set up this model anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 12 inches from any enemy models. If this is impossible, this model is removed from play but does not count as having been slain. That's interesting. So basically, if Ellathor is using his sword for too long, he starts to get overwhelmed by its arcane power. Ellania has to translocate him, but you do get to heal up to D6 wounds. It's quite nice. Magic. This model is a wizard. It can attempt to cast 2 spells in your hero phase and attempt to unbind 2 spells in the enemy hero phase. It knows the Arcane Bolt, Mystic Shield, and Salvation of Hysh spells. Now, the Salvation of Hysh, it's a casting value of 6 if successfully cast until your next hero phase. Roll a dice each time a wound or mortal wound is allocated to the caster. On a 5+, that wound or mortal wound is negated. Very nice. Keywords: Order, Elf, Lumineth Realm-Lords, Cenari, Vanari, Metrica, Hero, Wizard, Ellania, and Ellathor. So there you go. That is Ellania and Ellathor. Although they are pricey points-wise, they are pretty effective. Decent number of attacks and the damage that stacks up, along with unleashing that Sunbolt attack and the sudden translocation. There's just quite a few things to remember with them if you're going to use them to really get the best out of their points. What do you guys think of the model and the rules? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down below. Be good to hear from you. Thank you for watching. Techless protects.